On season 23 of The Voice, Niall Horan's lightning-fast rendition of the Irish traditional song Rattlin Bog became a backstage celebration, and Blake Shelton even danced his appreciation. On Monday, September 22nd, at 8/7 on NBC and Peacock, you can catch season 28 of The Voice. A behind-the-scenes video from April 2023 that The Voice posted shows Horan's lighthearted rendition of the traditional song, inspiring Shelton to do more than simply listen. He even breaks into an impromptu jig on set. Despite Horan's global pop fame, his Irish heritage shone through in the lively rhythm of the classic folk tune, which had his listeners clapping in no time. Fans got a taste of Shelton and Horan's carefree friendship in the Carefree Jam session, which wonderfully reflected their easygoing companionship. Shelton then asked the audience to join in singing Friends in Low Places, the same song that Garth Brooks had performed acoustically backstage. Horan also grabbed his guitar and shone a light on the crowd while performing the rousing rendition of the centuries-old Irish song Rattlin Bog, which lifted everyone's spirits immediately. Horan played along with the crew's applauding as he sang each verse quickly and cheerfully. Horan interrupted the short but charming song to tell Shelton, "I'm Irish," as he laughed out loud. Even though it was brief, it was plenty to motivate Shelton to get up and move, performing a humorous rendition of an Irish jig that made Horan laugh. Horan and Shelton have captivated audiences with their charming connection, which they displayed through their endearing odd couple dynamic and the many humorous pranks they pulled on each other during Shelton's last season in the leading role. The Battles premiere, episode 7 of season 23 of The Voice, features appearances from Niall Horan and Blake Shelton. Photograph by Trey Patton/NBC. On multiple occasions, Horan has discussed his friendship with Shelton. Friendships formed among the voice coaches once they met on season 23 set. When asked about her friendship with Shelton, Horan told NBC Insider, "Me and the cowboy became good friends very quick in March 2023. For better and worse, we found out that we're really similar people. From the minute we met him, he's so funny." The night before the premiere, Shelton gave Horan the proper initiation by enjoying a pint, adding her to the roster of music legends who have graced the NBC competition. Horan could feel a connection taking root during their first hangout. Before the very first audition, all of the coaches basically met up the night before. In addition, we had a few beverages and a variety of foods. The initiation of both him and Shelton occurred at that very moment, according to Horan. "And I thought, man, he's my guy. In that very first moment, all we did was laugh." Horan praised Shelton and his big sister Kelly Clarkson for making Horan's debut in the red chair such a pleasant journey in an interview with NBC Insider in March 2023, when she added that Shelton had become like a dad to the Irish singer-songwriter. "The opportunity to collaborate with Blake Shelton and Kelly Clarkson was incredible. The friendship that I've formed with them since our initial meeting is incredible," Horan remarked. "Delving into their southern humor and seeing the behind-the-scenes action has been a hoot. I've never laughed that hard. Blake, he's like a father figure to me. You know, he's been a huge assistance to me throughout the show. Being in his presence has been a true pleasure, and I've loved being a spectator." The voice coach Blake Shelton and Irish singer-songwriter Niall Horan surprised and delighted fans with a memorable performance that they shared. In this unusual but amusing musical collision, country star Blake Shelton couldn't help but break into dancing while Niall Horan sang the legendary Irish folk ballad Rattlin Bog. Viewers were left in awe and laughing by the surprising blend of Horan's energetic song and Shelton's impromptu dancing, which became one of the most unforgettable moments on The Voice. Rattlin Bog and its power. The energetic and repetitious structure of the Irish folk ballad Rattlin Bog is largely responsible for its widespread acclaim. A legendary bog is the hero of this song, which follows its development through a series of verses that gradually provide more detail. The audience is encouraged to engage in during performances using a call and response framework, which enhances the communal and lively vibe of the song. After leaving One Direction, Niall Horan went on to have a successful solo career, but he never lost touch with his Irish heritage. An excellent illustration of how he combines elements of his heritage with contemporary pop music is his performance of Rattlin Bog. When Horan yelled out the song on stage, the contagious energy was hard to resist. The upbeat and joyful song is a wonderful fit for his energetic performance style. Behold Blake Shelton, the country star who dances. Country music veteran and longtime coach on The Voice, Blake Shelton is famous for his charm, wit, and charisma. Although Shelton has based his career on country music and a strong connection to traditional American roots, he has consistently demonstrated a love for many musical styles. Part of his charisma on The Voice comes from his willingness to listen to a wide variety of musical styles. After all, he is more than simply a coach, he is a real music lover. Even when he's not performing, Shelton's infectious passion for music is contagious. During Niall Horan's rendition of Rattlin Bog, he once again shown his readiness to show his delight and admiration for a fine song. Instead of taking things easy and watching like a coach would, Blake Shelton got down to business and started dancing to the catchy music. His unrehearsed dance routines, which were more enjoyable than choreographed, included a combination of lighthearted steps and traditional country swaying, which added to the performance's charm. Showing that even the most serious musicians can relax their guard in the presence of a fantastic tune, Shelton's dance maneuvers elicited laughs and cheers from the crowd and coaching staff. The essence of The Voice was encapsulated in that genuine moment of happiness and unity. The enchantment of singing, the setting, the voice, made this event much more memorable. Throughout its history, the concert has provided a venue for musicians to experiment with new sounds and techniques while also showcasing their talents. Known for their various musical backgrounds and open-minded attitude to guiding their contestants, Niall Horan and Blake Shelton have both made names for themselves as coaches. Although he is most known for his country music, Shelton has used The Voice as a platform to explore other styles. He's proved his versatility and taste for music by collaborating with musicians from many genres, such as pop, rock, and R&B. Similarly, Niall Horan, who first gained prominence with One Direction, has demonstrated a readiness to explore a wide range of musical forms, including pop, folk, and more. Their work together during Rattlin Bog was a prime illustration of how The Voice creates an upbeat, welcoming, and entertaining atmosphere for all participants. Music is about more than simply genre. It's also about expressing oneself, having fun, and bringing people together. That much is clear in these kinds of moments. The response from the viewers. Audience members reacted with pure joy as Niall Horan performed Rattlin Bog. Audiences were instantly engrossed in the performance's dynamism due to the upbeat ambience and catchy melody. As Horan sang on, the crowd couldn't help but applaud in time with his infectious charisma and obvious love of the music. But what really elevated the performance to new heights were Blake Shelton's spontaneous dance antics. The live audience was captivated by his energetic replies, dramatic dancing moves, and excessive swaying, which brought them immense joy and laughter. The usually quiet country singer had relaxed into the thrill of the moment, abandoning his customary demeanor. The significance of the music lies in the bond and enjoyment it evoked in all those present, rather than merely in the music itself. The judges couldn't help but join in on the laughter and appreciate the natural moment, which added to the obvious chemistry between the coaches. It was a once-in-a-lifetime chance for pure delight to go viral, breaking all the rules of television entertainment. The meaning behind the show. Horan and Shelton were both moved by the performance's deeper significance, even though it was obviously entertaining. Traditional Irish folk tune Rattlin Bog is a popular choice for communal musical events including festivals, gatherings, and celebrations. Horan's rendition paid homage to his Irish roots, while Shelton's dance represented the universality of music and its ability to unite people regardless of their background or musical preferences. The show was, in a way, a tribute to the many musical traditions that Horan and Shelton stand for. A wonderful moment of unification occurred when Horan's Irish folk roots and Shelton's country music background clashed. This shows how music transcends all genres and boundaries. Not only was it a delightful TV moment, but the performance served as a poignant reminder of how music can bring people together, allowing them to put aside their differences and fully immerse themselves in the beat of life. Effects on audiences heard via voice. The chemistry between the coaches on The Voice has always been a big draw for viewers. As a new voice on the coaching panel, Niall Horan's youthful enthusiasm and charisma won over supporters fast. As always, the hilarious and experienced Blake Shelton brought his wealth of knowledge to the table. One half of the duet was more traditional and traditionalist, while the other half was more eclectic and global in their musical tastes. What makes The Voice so special are those unexpected moments of pure pleasure, excitement, and genuineness, and the one where Horan performed Rattlin Bog and Shelton danced was a beautiful example of that. The show's devoted fanbase can be attributed in large part to these genuine, off-the-cuff moments that make viewers feel like they're a part of something extraordinary.